Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Chelsea Godfather channel. Let's talk about today's Chelsea news. First of all, we're going to talk about Christopher Nkunku. Mr. Nkunku, welcome to London. Welcome to the best team in London. I mean, I know we did finish 12th. We did mess around and finish 12th last season, but don't get it twisted. I mean, this is still the number one, the only team in London that matters, the pride of London. And so we say welcome to London, and we know that we're going to find our way back to where we were, and that is getting back to the top four, where we belong, and putting ourselves in position to compete for trophies, for the league trophy, for Champions League trophy, FA Cup, Carling Cup, all sorts of cups. That is Chelsea. That's who we are. We did have a hiccup last season, but hopefully, and God willing, with Nkunku's goals, we're gonna find our way back to where we were. And so, yeah, it appears that he's been handed the favored number 10, jersey that Eden Hazard wore. And we just hope, I mean, obviously, we know that, Pulisic is the last player who wore that shirt. And obviously, for him to be getting this number 10, that means it's all but confirmed what everybody knows, which is the fact that Pulisic is on his way out. So yeah, Nkunku, what does he bring to the table? Well, we know what he brings to the table. He brings goals on both feet, left foot, right foot. Free kicks, headers. His work rate is impressive. He's still just 25 years old. He's had combined 104 goals over the last 3 or 4 seasons. Combined 104 goals plus assists over the last 3 or 4 seasons. And so guys, I don't care what league that you're playing. That's just a lot of productivity, and under the right setup, right? He's definitely going to cook. And where does he play best? Well, he puts in his best work behind a striker, in the proverbial 10 role. He's more or less a sort of supporting striker, so that he plays slightly off that striker, in and around the striker. He's mobile. He has a good skill on the ball. And yeah, he's just the player that we need. He's a bit predictable in his play. That's what we need. And so with the most likely exits of Kai Havertz and Mason Mount, um, it's obviously going to create a void in that 10 role. And so that's where Nkunku is going to come in handy. Obviously, we don't know who the striker is going to be as of right now, but I mean, I don't see Nkunku as playing the number 9 role for Pochettino. That's why we've been linked with Nicholas Jackson, and most likely, I mean, a bid is probably going to be going down sometime this week. That deal will probably get closed, if not this week, certainly by next week. So yeah, so this is definitely a massive, massive pickup for Chelsea in this day and age where every little Tom and Dick and Harry player that has barely learned how to trap a bag of cement goes for like 40 or 50 million pounds. In this day and age, where every Jack and Jill goes for 50 million pounds, guess what? Guess how much we got Nkunku for? He comes in at right around 50 million pounds. I mean, that is a steal. If you didn't know what a steal looks like, well, you just seen one. Getting Nkunku for roughly 50 million pounds or 60 million, euros. I mean, that right there. I mean, by God's grace, he hits the ground running, and that could possibly end up being the steal of the century. Okay, so I mean, I might be getting a little bit ahead of myself here, but you all pretty much get the whole idea of what I'm trying to say here. I mean, this is an in important piece of the puzzle that Pochettino has brought in, and he's brought him in. Chelsea, Todd Bowley has brought him in at a very, very fairly reasonable price. And so, yeah, we didn't have much, but thanks to Bowley and his backroom crew, his boardroom for making this deal happen. And yeah, we are looking forward to watching Nkunku banging goals at the bridge at Emirates, Anfield, Old Trafford, Etihad, and all sorts of venues. White Hart Lane, you guys already know. So that's it for Nkunku. Then the next story today that seems to be brewing is the link between. I mean, this link came out of nowhere. It appears that Chelsea actually made a bid. Like Chelsea made a 60 million euro bid to Real Madrid for Chouameni. Which guys, that I mean, I didn't see that one coming. And the rumors are so fresh. Rumors are so fresh that even the likes of at least as of the time of this video, the likes of Fabrizio, Romano and Ben Jacobs and all of the chaps. I mean, they have barely been able to even tweet on this. Yeah, it appears that we made a 60 million euro bid. It was turned down, but Chelsea's now considering of going up to 80 million euros, which is exactly what Real Madrid paid for him last year. So as you guys already know, I mean, we actually tried to buy this player last summer. He turned us down and went to Real Madrid. I mean, you can't blame him, but what it is a bit of water has gone under the bridge, and a year has passed. Chouameni has kind of found himself in and out of the lineup. In fact, towards the tail end of the Champions League, he was really more or less on the bench. I mean, he barely played against City. All right, and to make matters worse, Real Madrid has spent like what was it, 100 million pounds or whatever the heck they had spent to bring in Jude Bellingham from Dortmund. So with Bellingham coming in, Chouameni, if you couldn't play. If you couldn't play last season with Bellingham coming in, I mean you're basically done at Real Madrid, and so that's pretty much what has led the links here, and in terms of Chouameni being pretty much put on the market, And it appears that it's obviously it's not just Chelsea. I understand Newcastle also has an interest for Chouameni. Who knows? Maybe Arsenal might jump in. I don't know because this thing is so fresh. This thing is so fresh. Is like Chelsea's like right now um focus has been on Moises Caicedo. So it's almost as if this deal came out of nowhere. It's been a little bit of pivot going on to see if we can grab this DM because Caicedo, as great as he is, he's not a natural DM. Chouameni is a DM. If Bowley is able to make this deal happen, to pick up both Chouameni and Moises Caicedo, to combine with Enzo Fernandez. That right there is going to set up our midfield for the next 10 years. So I don't know, guys. I mean, I'm excited about this prospects, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself because this rumor is so fresh that we don't even know how solid it is. But I mean, it seems like, again, where there is smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Guys, how do y'all feel about this Chouameni link? Comment below, like this video, and subscribe to my channel. Take care. God bless you all. Peace.